Hi, welcome to the presentation of how to play Anchovey and Flurry. So to give some background on how this game started out, it's about these two girls, Anchovey and Flurry, and they're having a sleepover. They created a card game and they need some help test playing their game. What you'll need is a D4 dice, a D6 dice, and a D20 die. Um, 25 red cards, 25 black cards, 2 queens, 2 kings, and 1 joker, and you're going to need 2 players. This could also be interchangeable with maybe about 4 players. I haven't tested that out yet, but we could all try that out by, tweaking the number of cards we're using and the amount of kings and queens everybody has. This is the gaming setup. Um, both players are going to have the 25 cards all laid out in 5 rows in front of them. This way. Oh yeah, before you do this, also you might want to shuffle your cards so that it's different every time. Um, your kings and your queens are going to be hidden somewhere, and so is your jokers. So this is a nice way to start out. All right, so let's start with how to even play this in the first place. Your HP would be the amount of kings and queens you have. And the reason why that they are a health system is because if you reveal all of the kings and queens, your opponent wins. So let's just kind of go through these steps, and I'll explain them a little bit in depth if they seem a little bit vague. So we got player 1 plays with the black cards, and player 2 plays with red cards. They should both shuffle their decks. Player sets their cards separately in rows of 5, just like the set we saw in the beginning. Players decide to be odd or even number when rolling a 4-sided die. Whichever number it lands on determines who goes first. So what I meant by this is you and your partner, but they'll both decide if you're going to be an odd number or an even number, and then you're going to roll a 4-sided dice, and let's say you roll a 1, whoever chose to be an odd is going to go first. And so the first player is going to roll a 20-sided dice. This player will starts at the first closest card to the right of their opponent. Whatever number was rolled is how many cards the opponent skips when choosing a card. So what I mean by this is that, let's say Anchovey was the odd, so she's going first. She's going to go over to Flurry's decks over here, and she's going to start at the right side of her. And maybe from her 20 rolls, she rolled like a 5, so then she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to flip over this card. If she flips a queen or a king, then Flurry essentially loses 1 HP. But if it's not, then they just continue the game, and Flurry repeats this to Anchovy. So she also rolls a 20-sided dice, and she's just gonna go from the right, and let's say her number was 3. 1, 2, 3. She flips that card, and yada yada. We know. Okay. Oh, let's go back. So I explained all this. Alright, so both players continue until one player flips all of the kings and queens. And this is where it gets a little tricky. Once a player has all kings and queens revealed, that player rolls a 6-sided dice in secret. The opponent guesses what number was rolled. If the opponent guesses wrong, they lose the game. If not, they continue until all of one opponent's cards are revealed. Whoever is revealed first loses the game. So let's say Anchovy is revealed all of Flurry's queens and kings. So it looks like she's won, but it's not over yet. They have to get a 6-sided dice, and Anchovy needs to roll it in secret. Flurry cannot know what the number is, so she has to guess what number she rolled. If she guesses wrong, then Anchovy wins the entire game. But if she guesses right, they have to continue playing the game until one of their tables is blacked out. Like all of their cards are flipped, and then that's when they lose the game. Some extra information. If you end up flipping a joker, you can choose freely whichever card you want to flip. And also, you always skip the cards that have already been flipped. I guess to kind of go in depth, let's say that this card over here is flipped, and maybe Flurry rolled a number, maybe like 5. You're gonna go like 1, skip this card, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're gonna flip this card. Oh, Okay, there's a little joker there. I guess that's it. Oh, okay. We got some general information. We got target audience, families and friends, 5 years old and up. Genre would be probability guessing game. I know it seems like I don't know what these slides are, but I did this like a couple days ago, and I'm just coming back to it, and I'm like, oh, I did that. Nice. Okay. Anyway, thanks for listening.